That's it. Can I just, look at it for a minute?
You're an artist, Sid.
You're telling me you're just gonna walk out of here and I'm never gonna see it again?
There's a good chance of that, yes.
Most guys, for the first one, they start with something small. Mom, girlfriend's initials, something like that. Not you. You get a full set of sleeves all in a couple of months. It takes guys a few years to get the ink you got.
I don't have a few years.
Oh yeah, welcome to Learn English with TV series. I'm Xenia, your real-life English fluency coach. And today, we're learning English with the critically acclaimed TV show, Prison Break. In the short scene you just watched, Michael Scofield, the protagonist of this series, is getting a tattoo. This dialogue, which is the first one in the entire show, is full of enigma. Why is she telling him that she'll walk out of the place and that'll be the last time they'll be seeing each other? By the way, the phrasal verb to walk out means to leave suddenly, to get up and go. Well, Michael is getting the blueprints of the prison facility tattooed on his body, which will help him break his falsely accused brother out of jail. Every week we create lessons just like this one to help you understand your favorite movies and TV series without getting lost, without missing the jokes, and without subtitles. So subscribe and hit that bell down below not to miss a single new lesson. Our lessons come with exclusive decks of flashcards featuring all the vocabulary covered, so new vocabulary like walkout, blueprints, and others are already waiting for you. As soon as you finish watching the lesson, using your phone, click on the link in the description under this video, and if you have the app installed on your phone, you will be redirected to our real-life English and start your vocabulary practice right away. I will show you how it works later in the lesson, and now let's watch the clip with the subtitles, learn some great words and expressions, and then test your comprehension by watching the clip one more time, without subtitles this time, and answering some of our quiz questions. In the scene, Michael's about to get himself into some serious trouble, but not everything is as it seems. He's got it all carefully planned. Let's watch it.
The vault. Open it.
We can't. The branch manager's not here.
Where is he?
It's lunchtime. He's at White Castle.
White Castle.
It's a fast food restaurant. They serve those little square burgers.
I know what it is. I'm not playing games. Open it.
Sir, you have $500,000 cash in your bag. Don't you think it would be better?
This is the police. You are completely surrounded. Put down your weapons. Put down your weapons now.
Rarely in the case of armed robbery do we hear a plea of no contest. Are you sure about this, Mr. Scofield?
I'm sure, Your Honor.
Your Honor, we'd like to recess if we could. My client's a bit confused at the moment.
I'm not, Your Honor.
He is, Your Honor.
Perhaps you should heed your representation's advice. Take some additional time to consider your response.
I've already done that, Your Honor.
I'll retire to my chambers to determine sentencing. Court's recessed until 1:30.
The vault. Open it.
We can't. The branch manager's not here.
A vault refers to a secure room usually found in banks where money, valuables, or important documents are stored. It's designed to be highly secure, usually with thick, reinforced walls, a strong door, and advanced locks.
And then there is the vault itself. My chief advisor, Safina, can give you all the details.
It is protected by the arcane seal of modern Canaan.
The vault. Open it.
We can't. The branch manager's not here.
A branch refers to a part or division within a larger organization, like a bank. In this case, a branch manager is the person responsible for overseeing the operations of a specific bank location. They ensure the branch runs smoothly, make key decisions, manage the staff, and address customer service issues.
Where is he?
It's lunchtime. He's at White Castle.
White Castle.
It's a fast food restaurant. They serve those little square burgers.
I know what it is.
White Castle is an American fast food restaurant chain, famous for its small square hamburgers known as sliders. It has a nostalgic reputation in the United States since it was one of the first fast food burger chains founded in the country. Has it happened to you that you got a chance to practice your English speaking by having a real conversation online or face-to-face, and that word that you know you've learned before just doesn't come to you at the moment when you need it the most? I know how frustrating that feels. To be in a conversation and find yourself pausing frequently because you're just forgetting all the useful words you know. That sucks. This feeling when you know what you want to say and just want to be able to express your thoughts as easily as you can do it in your native tongue. Let me tell you, that is exactly what the Real Life English app can help you with. As I mentioned, every lesson comes with a deck of flashcards, and by practicing with them, just 10-15 minutes daily, you'll be able to transfer these new words from your short-term into your long-term memory. Plus, with the spaced repetition software that we've built into our app, you'll retain vocabulary more effectively by reviewing new words at carefully timed intervals just when you're about to forget them. I highly recommend you check it out. The app is free to download. Just look for Real Life English in the App Store or Google Play, or simply click the link in the description below. It's free to get started, so go and download it now.
Rarely in the case of armed robbery do we hear a plea of no contest. Are you sure about this, Mr. Scofield?
I'm sure, Your Honor.
A plea is the answer a person gives in court when they are accused of a crime. When a defendant enters a no contest plea, they aren't admitting guilt, but aren't disputing the charges either. It's treated like a guilty plea for sentencing purposes, though the defendant doesn't explicitly admit to committing the crime.
Mr. Reardon, on your behalf, the court has entered a plea of no contest, and this panel has found you guilty.
Your Honor, we'd like to recess if we could. My client's a bit confused at the moment.
I'm not, Your Honor.
He is, Your Honor.
Perhaps you should heed your representation's advice. Take some additional time to consider your response.
I've already done that, Your Honor.
Heed is not a very common word. It means to pay close attention to or listen carefully to advice, warnings, or instructions. So basically, she's saying maybe you should listen to your representative's advice.
Theodore, heed my words. Do not try to save the Arcadian.
Barney, there's condoms in the drawer. Just take them and get out.
I am not Barney!
I'll retire to my chambers to determine sentencing. Court's recessed until 1:30.
A chamber is typically a large room, often used for a specific purpose. The word also goes beyond rooms. In weapons, the chamber is the part of the gun where bullets are loaded, making it ready to fire.
Very well. I may have a skeleton in my chamber.
Now let's watch the second clip. In this part of the story, Michael finally makes it inside the prison. After a few challenging days navigating the American prison system, he meets his brother Lincoln. They talk about their plans, and here's where Michael reveals his tattoo in one of the most amazing scenes of the season. Let's check it out.
You mean what you said earlier?
I'm not here on vacation. Trust me.
Getting outside these walls, that's just the beginning. You're gonna need money.
I'll have it.
And people on the outside. People that can help you disappear.
I've already got them. They just don't know it yet.
Look, whatever you got going on, fill me in. Someone in the dark here.
Chaparral Associates got the contract to retrofit this place in '99. $4 million contract. Head partner couldn't crack it. So he subcontracted out. An under-the-table sort of deal with a former associate. That guy was one of the partners in my firm. We basically ghost wrote the whole plan. Crossed the T's, dotted the I's, grouted the tiles.
You've seen the blueprints.
Better than that. I've got him on me.
Are you kidding me? Am I supposed to be seeing something here?
Look closer. They just don't know it yet.
Look, whatever you got going on, fill me in. Someone in the dark here.
When you fill someone in, you share some information or updates about a situation they are not aware of. It suggests that the person has missed some details or events and is asking for a summary or explanation to catch up. Lincoln here seems lost, especially with Michael's determination to get himself caught and put in prison on purpose. Check out this example.
You gonna fill me in?
Tell him.
I'm in the dark is an idiom that means that someone is unaware or uninformed about a situation or issue. It suggests that the person lacks knowledge or understanding and feels confused or left out.
I'm in the dark here. I have no idea why Hawkins would have pulled Rose Larkin's detail because I don't know what Henry and Emma Campbell were investigating through Night Action to begin with.
Chaparral Associates got the contract to retrofit this place in '99. $4 million contract. Head partner couldn't crack it.
In this context, a retrofit means to modify or add new technology or features to an existing system or structure. It often involves upgrading older facilities to improve their functionality, safety, or efficiency. So what Michael is saying here is that the governor of the prison tried to remodel the facility.
Head partner couldn't crack it. So he subcontracted out. An under-the-table sort of deal with a former associate. That guy was one of the partners in my firm.
To crack something means to break it open or cause a fracture in it. The term can also be used metaphorically to describe solving a difficult problem or deciphering a code. So Michael is saying that the person in charge of getting the contract couldn't do it or decipher it, so he hired an associate to do it. This detail is very important because that former associate that Michael mentions was working Michael's firm. Putting it together, we understand how Michael got the blueprints of the prison.
The book, John, the book, the key to cracking the cipher. Sulan used it to do this. Whilst we were running around the gallery, she started to translate the code. It must be on her desk.
We basically ghost wrote the whole plan. Crossed the T's, dotted the I's, grouted the tiles.
So here, Michael is sharing the details about his role in planning the prison retrofits with his partner. So to ghostwrite means to write for someone else, typically without taking credit for the work. The ghostwriter creates content such as books, articles, or speeches on behalf of another person.
We're tired of waiting. We're hiring you a ghostwriter.
Diane Nugent?
She's great. And she's got a thing for horses. Check this out.
The phrase cross the T's and dot the I's means to complete all the details and ensure that everything is done correctly and thoroughly. Thanks to all this information, we understand how calculating Michael is. And here's one more detail that shows that Michael knows everything about the building. He said we grouted the tiles.
Hey there, honey.
You're still there, aren't you?
He's just dotting the I's, crossing the T's.
Yanking your chain. Dump him.
Grouting refers to the process of filling the gaps between tiles, bricks or stones with a paste called grout.
No, you know what he does, conscientious Marty? He tiles, he works in grout.
His portfolio looked a bit more diverse than tile.
I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Now, with all that great vocabulary you've learned today, we know you're not going to be in the dark as you watch the scenes once again without subtitles and answer some of our quiz questions. So, let's do it!
The vault. Open it.
We can't. The branch manager's not here.
Where is he?
It's lunchtime. He's at White Castle.
White Castle.
It's a fast food restaurant. They serve those little square burgers.
I know what it is.
Who's a branch manager? A person who oversees daily operations? A person who repairs computers? A person who drives a delivery truck?
Rarely in the case of armed robbery do we hear a plea of no contest. Are you sure about this, Mr. Scofield?
I'm sure, Your Honor.
Your Honor, we'd like to recess if we could. My client's a bit confused at the moment.
I'm not, Your Honor.
He is, Your Honor.
Perhaps you should heed your representation's advice. Take some additional time to consider your response.
I've already done that, Your Honor.
I'll retire to my chambers to determine sentencing. Court's recessed until 1:30.
What is a chamber? A vehicle? A person? A room?
You mean what you said earlier?
I'm not here on vacation. Trust me.
Getting outside these walls, that's just the beginning. You're gonna need money.
I'll have it.
And people on the outside. People that can help you disappear.
I've already got them. They just don't know it yet.
Look, whatever you got going on, fill me in. 'Cause I'm in the dark here.
If you are in the dark, you don't have enough information to understand something, you're in a very noisy place, and you're surrounded by bright lights.
Chaparral Associates got the contract to retrofit this place in '99. $4 million contract. Head partner couldn't crack it. So he subcontracted out. An under-the-table sort of deal with a former associate. That guy was one of the partners in my firm. We basically ghost wrote the whole plan. Crossed the T's, dotted the I's, grounded the tiles.
What picture shows someone grouting? That's it for today. Remember to practice new words and expressions you learned in this lesson with the flashcards on our Real Life English app. You'll find a special link right in the description below. Just use your smartphone to get started. It's the easiest way to make these words stick with you forever. And if you're staying with us on YouTube, check out this lesson next.
I always thought my brother was my best friend. Like we just knew everything about each other. Except everybody thought he was their best friend. You know, he was that magnetic. And I didn't know my brother was using drugs.